Hi, family. This is Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy, and I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist that practices the art of internal detoxification through the use of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. And this conversation with your favorite colon hydrotherapist is going to be all about a woman's health. So, I want to talk to you about our menstrual cycle and what our menstrual cycles are all about and how that correlates into constipation during your menstrual cycle, how it affects your bladder, etc., etc. But what I really want to start with first is a disclaimer because I feel like this needs to be said more often than not. Everything that I share with you is in general, okay? So if you have a pre-existing condition, it doesn't matter what that pre-existing condition is. It is your job to use common sense. Okay? Not everything is for everybody. Please do not take anything that I say personal. This is a general conversation about health and wellness. It is not a direct conversation to you. Okay? I just really want to point that out because I think, especially with everything that's going on right now, everybody is very heightened, very stressed out, very, well, what about me? What about me and my needs and da 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 da. I understand all of that. However, all of my videos and all of my posts are general information. Again, if you have any pre existing conditions or a condition at all where you feel like, I have a couple of questions, call me, text me, or contact your doctor. Because remember, I'm not a doctor. I am simply a person that loves health and wellness and do my due diligence to educate myself on my body and what my body needs. And I'm just simply sharing the information with you. So I want to make that distinction and clarification very clear before we move forward with anything else. Yeah, so now that we're clear and now everything is good, everybody got their coffee, tea, juice, etc. Everybody went to the restroom, right? Everybody got their pen and paper? We good? Don't nobody need nothing? Okay, let's move forward. So, with that being said, I want to share with you that your menstrual cycle is, or let me back up. I'm going to do this again. I'm sorry. Your menstrual cycle is a gauge for you to understand how healthy you are. So your menstrual cycle will tell you the 3 weeks that you were not on your menstrual cycle. When your menstrual cycle comes down for that 4th week, your menstrual cycle will tell you if what you did the 3 weeks prior to your menstrual cycle showing up, it will tell you if that is in alignment with your body or not. So we have 4 weeks in a month, right? Each week is a total of 7 days. So for 21 days, you're either preparing your body to have an amazing release, or you are preparing your body to have cramps. You're preparing your body to have fibroid cyst tumors or clots coming out, or you're going to bleed for another 14 days out. Does that make sense? So whatever you put in your body has to show up eventually. So if you're a woman that's having heavy menstrual cycles, you are bleeding through your clothes, you have fibroid cyst and tumors, well, that was created by you. I'm going to be very honest with you. That was created. And sometimes it's created because we are entertaining the wrong men, right? I'm just going to be very honest with you about that. So if you are following a plant-based diet, a vegan diet, a vegetarian diet, and then the partner that you have is smoking, drinking, and doing whatever, that's not in alignment. And eventually your body will create a barrier, fibroid cyst tumors or heavy menstrual cycles or clotting, whatever, so you no longer entertain this frequency of a man that doesn't match with you. Sometimes that is the issue. I'm just going to be very honest with you on that. So remember, the 3 weeks that you're not on your menstrual cycle, either you are creating a healthy menstrual cycle, the 3 weeks that you're not bleeding, or you're going to create a very difficult menstrual cycle. So in order to change that around, it's going to take you 3 menstrual cycles, 3 months to shift, right? 90 days to shift. So every 3 weeks, you're going to eat clean. You're going to have healthy boundaries. You're going to take salt baths. You're going to do enemas. You're going to give yourself colonics. You're going to drink more water, less caffeine, no alcohol, things like that. And then your menstrual cycle is going to come down, and you're going to assess your menstrual cycle. And then after your menstrual cycle is over, then you're going to do it again for 3 more weeks. You're going to eat healthy, have healthy boundaries. You're going to say no often. You're going to sleep good. You're not going to be on social media as often as you was. You're drinking water, juice, taking herbs, etc., etc. Then that menstrual cycle comes down, and you're going to assess if everything is working the way it should. Then you're going to do it again for another 3 weeks. The same thing or something different or better, depending on how your menstrual cycle is moving. And then when that menstrual comes down, then you're going to assess that. And then after 3 months of shifting your diet, your boundaries, your water intake, decreasing your caffeine, decreasing your alcohol, all that good jazz, you're going to book an appointment with your OBGYN if you have fibroid cysts and tumors, and you're going to see if those fibroid cysts or tumors have shrunk. Did they move out of the body? Can they find them? Or what's happening? And then once you get that information, then we'll redo the plan or redo an assessment or, create another assessment for your body. And then we'll do another plan that way. So that's how you start shifting your menstrual cycle. But I want to share another thing with you too, is this. Your uterus is the size of your fist upside down. So this is the size of my uterus, right? Now, when your menstrual cycle comes down, your uterus swells 3 to 4 times bigger than what it is. Because remember, your body has to release blood. So it's going to engorge itself, meaning that it needs space. Now, here's the thing. Let's see if I can show you this. All right. So, here is your colon, right? This is the woman's butt. So we're looking at the back of her body and the front of her body. This is her colon. This is her uterus. This is the bladder. This is the vaginal canal. This is the urinary canal, right? Ovary, fallopian tubes. Now, if your colon is filled with waste because you're not having regular bowel movements, the colon is going to start to extend itself backwards towards your spine, which is the reason why you're having back pain. And it's going to move forward towards the uterus, which is probably the reason why when you have your menstrual cycle, why you're such in pain. Because remember, when you're on your menstrual cycle, your uterus swells 3 to 4 times bigger than its natural size when it's on its menstrual cycle. So you have the uterus and the colon fighting for space in this small space here. If you were taking care of your body the way you should have been taking care of your body, the colon would not be filled with waste. Thus, you won't have any more pain during your menstrual cycle. Now, there's one reason why you may have pain, right? The other reason is because there's no water in your body. There's no water because you're not emptying your colon. Because in order to empty your colon, you got to have water present. In order for your uterus to release the waste, you need to have moisture. So if you're not drinking water, love, how are these 2 organs doing what they need to do? We haven't even gotten to the bladder yet. We're just literally talking about the uterus and the colon. So out the gate, water is going to be your saving grace, okay? Water is going to be where you need to start. If you're having any issues with your colon, sip on water like you're sipping on wine. You're going to put it into your mouth, let it sit on your tongue for 2 or 3 seconds, roll it over 2 or 3 times, and then swallow. You're going to need to do that. If you're having any issues with your menstrual cycle, your uterus, fibroids, cyst, tumors, or you're bleeding through your clothes, you need to sit down, love, and drink water. That is the first step. Out of everything else, if you don't have water, ain't nothing gonna work. Water is life. I just made a post about water. Water is life. If you don't have any water in your body, none of your organs can work the way it's supposed to work. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I know it's a lot of information. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. My website is Moya, MOYA, bodycare.com. And my website, or excuse me, that is my website. My phone number is 562-682-0818. And my private office is located in Torrance, California. And I will be posting more videos about the health of your uterus and how that correlates into the health of your colon. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always DM me, respond to the post, or contact me directly. All right, so until then, drink plenty of water, preferably spring water. Go ahead and get you some water, and I will see you on the other side. Muchos besos.